Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Aaron 2 for 20, and I'm bringing you guys my next Wi-Fi battle. This is against Zohaib in the Ubers tier, and yeah, I was gonna go a little more in depth, but I guess there's not really much more to cover. It's an Ubers game, of course. Zohaib is a friend of mine. This is his first Wi-Fi battle for Ultra Sun Ultra Mood, so make sure to check him out. Link in the description below, of course. He's using one of my Ubers teams because I genned in all of his stuff and I get all his teams for him. It's literally just a team I got off of sample teams. It's Primal Groudon, Duskmane with Dual Dance, Mega Ment, Geomancy Xerneas, because why not? Mix Marshadow with HP Ice for things such as Menses, Rayquazas, etc. And a Chople Arceus, because you know Marshadow is broken. And my team, this is an Ubers team I built myself without Primal Groudon. Figured might as well just try and build out Primal Groudon. I have a Zygarde-Complete, a Duskmane Solgaleo, Yveltal, Ho-Oh, Mega Gengar, and Rayquaza. You may notice if you were an Ubers player, this is a fairly Marshadowy team. I do have ways around it, but I don't have great switch-ins to it, which is the problem. So, one last thing, I guess, before I get into the actual game itself. I was working on a little side project. I dabbled in texture editing now, and I somewhat got it successful. I reached out to Just Weavile. Sure, a lot of you guys know him. He does a lot of really crazy stuff in terms of like his thumbnails and also like his Wi-Fi battles. Like he does a lot of texture edits as well. I know, at least he has in the past. I don't know if he still does, but I know he was in the MPL server. I reached out to him and I asked him about like a couple of things, such as when I originally did my Duskmane, it came out wrong in terms of only the Necrozma pieces of it are shiny, which is sort of just unfortunate. Apparently there's no way to really fix that, so that kind of sucks. But overall though, I got it for the most part. There's issues with Duskmane, also Dawn Wings, but there's no Dawn Wings in this game. There's a tiny thing on Zygarde. You probably won't notice it, but if you pick up on it, comment down below and I may give you a cookie, I guess. Things like Marshadow came out good though. I have Ho-Oh that came out good. Those are the only two mons in this game that I would tested, but I know I checked things such as the Tapus. The Tapus all came out right. There's a couple other things that I remember I checked in the Pokedex that came out right. So there's also some happy accidents such as Cosmoem. Cosmoem looks beautiful with how I accidentally did it, but obviously this isn't a shiny Dex video. This is just me talking about it because I'm using it right now, and also because the texture editing, it comes in a little bit of a surprise for all you GBA type people that are watching this. Hint hint, watch week 4 when that goes up. I haven't even played week 4 yet, but I know I just started building my team today, and I made a friendly boat with Turbo in case if you really are somehow still guessing what it is. But just watch week 4 when it goes up. That'll be, of course, next week, because this week is week 3, and I know this is still tangents, but I figured I'd just hint out of here because it's getting finished today. So anyway though, my opponent's team, of course, I know the team because I genned it in. I know it's a lead Primal Groudon. I know that his Duskmane is Dual Dance, so he's obviously leading Primal Groudon. So I know around this, I can lead off with my Zygarde. I can glare it up, just try and Paris hacks it, and if I succeed, then I kill off Primal Groudon without taking any damage or getting any rocks on my side of the field. That helps a lot with things such as Ho-Oh in this game. If I can't successfully Parahax it, well then I still at least get a paralyzed Primal Groudon that will be a lot easier to kill. So of course he is going to Primal Devolve into his Primal Groudon, of course. Beautiful shiny that I did not need to put here, but it is still a very beautiful shiny. So of course I have my Zygarde here, and my play, as I said, just click Glare turn 1. I'm Glare Rest Talk with 1000 Arrows, as 1000 Arrows hits everything, and there's no real good grass types in Ubers. I think like Ferrothorn is the best one, but that's neutral. Otherwise, I mean, I don't play a ton of Ubers, but I remember the meta at least somewhat well. I think, like, I know Arceus Grass is trash. Shaman Sky is really frail anyway. So there aren't a lot of ways to like switch into this move well. So especially on my opponent's team, there's no real good switch-ins. Like I think his best like resist would, well, actually not even a resist. His best switch into this would be Ments if he had Intimidate pre-Mega, and I think he does, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's probably his best switch into 1000 Arrows in this team. Maybe Marshadow takes it better, or maybe Arceus, because it is normal Arceus after all. But it would definitely be like one of those 3, I guess. So point is though, nothing on his team really wants to take 1000 Arrows. At least not switch in on one well. So luckily though, I did end up actually parahaxing this thing to death. So there's no rocks in my field, and there's no damage taken on my Zygarde. So I am in a good position right now already. Not only that, but I also am now versus a Xerneas. And if you've ever played Ubers below like the 1300 ladder, you know any team that has a Xerneas on it, they're going to click Geomancy turn 1. They're not going to care about saving it for late game. They're not going to care about anything. They're going to Geomancy turn 1 because it is always the low ladder play. So, of course, with the Power Herb, he's going to get off the Geomancy first, and that is perfectly fine by me, as I am able to just go for a Glare here. I knew there was, if I switched out, that would have been a lot worse to me than had I stayed in. Obviously, I could have just went into Duskmane, but I didn't want to necessarily risk Duskmane getting potential crit, and maybe if like he was a Fizz Def set, because I didn't check the investments, I just knew movesets. But I figured depending on the spread, obviously, there could be problems. So he's going to go for a Moonblast, and it's going to do a fair amount of damage. It's almost a 2-hit KO, but I'm, of course, a Spidef Duskmane. So I am, of course, going to be able to just click Sunsail Strike here, or even just get up my rocks. Either way, I'm in a good position at this point. I decided I'm just going to go for a Sunsail Strike, as no matter what he switched in, unless if he switched in Marshadow, I could always just get up rocks next turn. And I mean, I could have played around Marshadow a little bit. Also, I didn't think he was going to switch in on a Duskmane necessarily. So luckily though, he does bring in his Duskmane as well, which is very good, because no matter what he goes for, I am perfectly free to just stay in and get up my rocks here. So he is just going to go for a Sunsteel Strike of his own, probably predicting on Switch, I guess, because there's no other reason to really click it. But I mean, it did a fair amount of damage, to be fair. But I get up my Stealth Rocks for free here, and that is very relieving for me, as now his team is a lot more pressured in general. Things such as Mentor are going to take some decent chip. And at this point, I know that I can definitely just withdraw Sundoggo, and I can go right into Phoenix or Ho-Oh, because I know this thing is Earthquake, and I know he has Sunsteel Strike, and it's Dual Dance. So I know I can switch in Ho-Oh on this 100%, and he does not have good switch-ins at all to Ho-Oh, with Xerneas probably being like one of his better ones, to be honest, besides like Arceus. But because Arceus is Chople Berry, he does not want to switch in on Sacred Fire, as if Arceus gets burned, it's kind of fucked. So of course, we're Bandit Ho-Oh, and Sacred Fire just 2-hit KOs literally every goddamn thing in the metagame, besides Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure everything that's common right now gets 2-hit KO'd. So he does bring his Arceus here, of course, and that's perfectly fine by me, because there is no move he can go for that'll kill me off. Not only that, but I find out that I am actually faster than this thing. I forgot that Arceus normals these days run a lot of bulk and like no speed, because they're just clicking E-speed versus everything. And I still 2-hit KO it even with all that bulk. I think it is like 240 HP in the investment. All I know is it's a lot. And I am able to, because I'm really fat, take a +2 E-speed and kill off his Arceus. And because I'm regen Ho-Oh, actually, I can also get all that juicy HP back. So this does not bother me that he's bringing in his Salamence here, as I know that Mega Mentas and Ubers do not have any Dragon-type moves. And I know that my Zygarde is Fizz Def. So I'm fairly confident with just switching in Yveltal right now, because worst comes to worst, that I always have Zygarde in the back as a check. I figured that right now, at the very least, though, I could potentially go for like a foul play. I can go for really whatever I want, to be honest. But the point is, though, is that this Salamence is pressured, and he does not have great switch-ins to my Yveltal. And as I said, in the back, I do have my Zygarde. I just need to make sure that he's going to click Double Edge, because I need to make sure that he's not going to potentially set up on me, as if he set up, I could have very well just foul played there. But luckily, though, I know he's going for Double Edge, and actually he goes for Roost here. I thought he was going to go for Double Edge, but the main point was that he just cannot set up versus Zygarde, because that could be very threatening if he got a crit. Luckily, though, he never got the chance to set up with his Dragon Dances, and as you can see here, we're going to take that fairly well. Had it been set up to +1 and he got a crit, that would have potentially killed me off, depending on rolls and all that. So I just need to make sure he can get to +1, and I need to make sure that Zygarde was not the one that got set up on, or allowed him to get to +1. So now that he is paralyzed, and I'm able to just click 1,000 arrows for free, I am perfectly fine to just essentially kill off this Salamence. He's going for Double Edge, of course, at this point. That is perfectly fine. As you can see, I am luckily now in range of my ability to transform my Zygarde-Complete, well, my Zygarde, I guess, into my Zygarde-Complete. Now, I'm not sure if that animation specifically is supposed to be different, but I know at the very least that the Zygarde-Complete still changes. I don't know if the Shiny Dex was supposed to account for that or not, or I guess if Shiny Zygarde would have done that or not. I don't even know if it's coded to have what its ability is coded to be. But point is, though, is I am free to just beat this Mence 1v1. So, of course, the Salamence does die here, and he only has left his Marshadow, and I know there was something else left. He has, oh yeah, Duskmane. And Duskmane cannot possibly kill me off. I know for a fact, unless if he clicks his Z move right here, which I had anticipated he probably just went for Sunsteel and maybe like risk the roll. I also completely forgot that he was actually even Z move when we were playing the game. I had assumed it was like maybe leftovers. Luckily though, I end up barely living the hit and preserving our current 6-0 over him, or at least attempt to 6-0 with Zygarde. So we get a rest up, and we are now at the full HP. I can go for a Sleep Talk because either I paralyze him and get some para hacks, or I get the 1,000 arrows off and I'm able to just go to town on this Duskmane Necrozma. I almost called it Duskmane Solgaleo, but the point is though, is that we are chewing through these and we're just going for a Sleep Talk here. At this point, we're luckily able to get 1,000 arrows off, as it is some really nice damage. Not going to kill because we don't have any attack investment, even if we did, unless if we were like Adamant. I don't think there was any chance we killed. Even then, Adamant may not have killed because I don't know damage rolls off the top of my head, since I only run defensive Zygarde-Complete and Ubers. Luckily here though, he is burning his Z move. Not only that, but also luckily for us, his Z move was clicked now and not earlier when we were almost dead, because that would have been one hell of a way to get rid of us. So, of course, here he is going for the copyright-claimed Z move, Searing Sunrays, whatever it's called, and there are, of course, reasons I can't show this on screen, but it looks very pretty. You know, if you saw it yourself, you would say, wow, you know, that's a really pretty Z move, but all you see is just the technical difficulty screen, because of course there are technical difficulties when showing a Z move, such as YouTube copywriting my channel, and by that I mean my video, and by that I mean, yeah. But anyway, we are back now. We had the Burmese, you know, fix our broadband DSL connection, and we now are gonna go for a Sleep Talk with Glare. So either way, I mean, that was fine because I know I'm going to outspeed this thing no matter what now because he's paralyzed, and I can just kill him off 1,000 arrows next turn. So we, of course, are going to be able to wake up from our rest this turn and just click 1,000 arrows. I could have rested up again, would have probably been the smart play, but I mean, overall, one, I forgot that his Marshadow in the back could potentially have HP Ice and potentially kill us off. Two, I didn't even think that even if he had HP Ice, it was going to kill me off. So he is, of course, going to bring in his Marshadow here, however. And it is actually a Life Orb Marshadow, and it is mixed Marshadow, and he does go for the HP Ice here. I don't know if this should have killed or shouldn't have killed, but you get the crit, of course, so it killed us in this instance. So we now lost out on our 6-0. I figured that's probably fine. I'm going to go into Rayquaza because I figured that I could probably take a close combat. I could probably take a Spectral Thief, and I could probably take a Shadow Sneak, and I figured the HP Ice, I thought he was going to maybe be Jolly with HP Ice. However, I also forgot that Naive is a thing on Marshadow, and he was able to just kill me off. So it did a lot more than I expected, I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I sort of underestimated how much that would have. So now I decided, okay, my best way around this is to get some regen boost with Ho-Oh. So I need to sack a couple Mons here, just to guarantee that I'm going to leave a Spectral Thief. So I go into Sundoggo first, and I decide I'm going to sack him. Zohaib goes for the Shadow Sneak, of course. I don't know why he thought that he would get outsped, but maybe he thought it was like a Scarf Ho-Oh or something, because I brought it in. Point is, though, is that I'm sacking the Sundoggo, just to guarantee that I can bring in Ho-Oh again, to get off one more regen boost. I don't need to sack my entire team necessarily, because I figured that I can definitely take, if I took a +2 E-Speed from an Arceus, I am certain I could take a Spectral Thief from a Life Orb Marshadow at this range in the game. So he is going to go for a Spectral Thief, of course, and of course, as I mentioned, we are going to take that hit. A little worse than I thought, not gonna lie, but we still took it. So, I mean, I'm okay with that. And we are just going to be able to go for the Brave Bird here, and while we kill ourselves off, we do kill the spoopy, scary ghost as well, and we are able to nab ourselves the 2-0 victory in this Uber's Wi-Fi battle versus Zohaib. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like down below, comment. If you guys want, you can join my Discord server. I am looking for Wi-Fi battles, and also soon we're going to be doing our first FFA. My guess is on Thursday or Friday we're going to be doing that. So if you want a chance to be in that, you can always just join the Discord server below. We have a lot of fun in there, a lot of time, a lot of memes, because with Ben, by the way, Ben, if you're watching this, happy birthday, my guy. If you join the server, wish him a happy birthday today. If you are watching this on the day it goes up. But yeah, we have a lot of fun because Ben, our birthday boy, makes every channel a meme channel. So every channel's entertaining, even like the replay channel. So yeah, just make sure you guys join down below. Always a fun time. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Tomorrow's video is going to be Baby League game. I'm catching up on that because I did Baby League very late. I think I played my game at like 11 o'clock on Saturday, and I couldn't exactly get up for a Saturday upload then, and I had GB on Sunday. So Baby League is going to catch up tomorrow. This week's game will be up on time. So yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's Baby League upload. Peace out.